That's third year, right? That's
your third year, junior year, you're back on campus.
I never understood why they do that thing, because they will call your third year junior year and then your final year senior.
It's freshman, sophomore, junior.
I don't know why. I mean, all right, but why stay off campus? Was that a major difference for you?
Well, Howard just doesn't have enough housing.
Yeah, that's why they were protesting about that a couple of years ago.
Like, that's a huge thing there. Like, once your sophomore year hits, just know that you're looking for somewhere to.
They will kick you out.
Yeah, because they almost prioritize the freshmen.
They prioritize.
Hello, everyone. You're here again. Jackpot Chronicles.
Hello, brothers and sisters.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Well, you guys don't allow me to my intro finish. Hello.
We're in a good mood.
Yeah, carry on.
See, I keep telling you that in this Nigeria now, you have to make yourself happy. And you know all the experiences that we've had this morning. We are in a good mood. Yeah, go ahead and.
Me too, I'm in a good mood. Although it really beats me this morning, but I go there, right? It's rainy season. It's really raining
September rain, man.
Yeah, and it's annoying because it's every day now. I think
September rain.
Sunday. Today's what? Tuesday. So it rains Sunday.
Every day. God is just blessing us to rain throughout Sunday too.
Showers of blessings. Anyways, KOJ with me, King of Jaqua. As usual, my sidekick. You know I'm the host, so you know how it goes. I remember when we started in this podcast, and I used to be humble because I was expecting something.
It don't come now.
It don't come now. So I hear they do anyhow, nothing if it happen.
Oh well.
Yeah, how you doing?
It's not easy to be a man, no. And I don't know. That's where I'm starting from. Like, it's not easy to be a man. I was telling one of our friends in the office on Friday that it's funny that as a man, there really is not much that I need. There's a lot of burden that you carry. I was telling her that I want to eat. I want to maybe watch football, do my work. Like, that's really it for us.
Basics.
But then when you leave that to the people you have to take care of, your family, so your wife, your children, your parents, your in-laws, then your friends, you're like me that I'm involved in a lot of people's lives. Your friends and your friends, when they have certain challenges, it's not easy. It was if you ask how I was overwhelmed this weekend. I was tired. There was a lot of pain, but it comes with the territory. It comes with, success comes with some suffering. And if you're a child of God, that's really what the Bible tells us. It was challenging. It was fun though, but sometimes you talk to your friends, you feel better. It's like therapy, and that's why you all need friends, right? So I spoke to my friend on Friday, and then we went to, where did we even go, Seth? We went to eat or something. Then Saturday, I was with one of my father figures. We had like a guy's day. I was with her dad, actually.
Carry my dad as to not take me.
You are Banana Island, please don't stress.
I'm Banana Island in this economy. That's nice.
So we had breakfast, guys. Then we went to the spa. Then I went to watch Chelsea, and then everything does nosedive. Like, everything that I was feeling, I started feeling again, because
that's true. You guys lost.
Chelsea right now is just.
But let's leave football.
Let's leave football because you lost as well, right?
I don't know if I lost.
You lost.
I don't know if I lost, but
but yeah, and that's the reality. Again, the Supreme Court, the tribunal judgment is this week. So a lot of burdens that you carry. So yeah, well, we're good. I think the summary of my soliloquy is have good friends, like have people with common, what's it called now? We call it common beliefs. People you can trust and you can share, because you would always find family members that you can always talk to. And plus I think that whenever you share stuff with your family members, they're always very emotional. They take your side and all those things, So yeah.
Yeah, I strongly believe in that, because I have this group of friends. We're just 3. And we've been guys since we went to the same uni, but we're never really guys.
Nobody one way you go fight during election, where you go.
No. But I don't know. We started talking. But we went to the same uni, but we're not really guys in uni. Then we met in NYC camp, and every day since then,
you guys talk regularly.
We talk, and this is almost 2, 3 years, 3, 4 years. And it's sometimes when I'm going crazy, it's them I go to I don't need to run to babe or anything. Like they are just there.
But you run to me yesterday.
And me too.
Who is that?
Wow. Because you run to me yesterday.
No, yesterday was different. I was close to shedding tears. I'm not even joking because it was when
No. Which one? I didn't even talk about the office one.
Yesterday
But
morning.
those are the things that we all go through. And that's the reality. And that's why you have common relationships. But yeah, let me allow you to talk about your guys before I begin to drag you about the other matter.
No, I was just saying that's the thing with friends who you have something in common with. They always be there for you, and they would always understand. And they're not particularly yes men. They will tell you the truth.
That's thing I don't like. Yes friends, like but why? What do you need a yes friend for?
So the problem with yes friends is they don't know how to listen, and they don't know how to. They don't know what to say.
So it's easier
to
just
say, okay, yes, exactly.
Oh, that's psychology for covenants. They walk.
Come on, man. Psychology.
That's really it.
Yeah.
But I mean, yesterday was terrible for you. Let me use that word because the office they wanted to choke you out, and then one babe.
Yesterday was just another jackpot that just hit me. I didn't see it coming, by the way. That's why it hits me so much. And there's even one coming tomorrow. That one I've seen it since. So like, it's just a lot of back-to-back jackpots.
All my people are just friends are just going,
leaving. I mean, I see the benefits because, bro, the way things are going. Especially with tomorrow's event. So it's just like.
All right. I mean, we're good. We're good. We've got a guest. It's still Jackpot Chronicles, and we have another special guest. I think these are another US feature, US jackpot story.
This is number 3.
Number 3
for US. Yeah,
number 3 for US. All right.
Special guest.
Over to you. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Sabina.
Yoruba girl new.
Yes, I'm Yoruba, but my name is Sabina.
Do you speak Yoruba?
Here and there, small.
I'll teach you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Now every babe we come this place, now they always try.
You cannot teach me. My mother is teaching me as well.
No, there's no harm in having to teach us. But yeah, go on.
Wait, what do you guys want to know?
Introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm a recent graduate from Howard University. I studied finance, and I'm currently about to start working in consulting when I go back.
Yeah, she's going. You know, you're a big brother. You're proud. I'm proud.
Are you proud of me?
Yes, no. Yes.
I've never heard you say that. Well, you are openly telling. It's fine. It's fine. We'll carry on.
Again, you know, it's funny because sometimes I reflect on the podcast and I wonder sometimes a lot of the guests we have, a lot of your guests are either university friends or friends that you just met and you just started something. And when I reflect on some of mine, it's always very similar. You know, her dad is like my dad and we've known each other now for years, you know, and so she's gone to school. Her and her brother, they've done well, they're back. And you just reflect on it that, you know, that's the thing about relationships. So, like, you never really know, you know, if I reflect on it, like, this my person when we were yesterday. And, you know, So I'm proud of her.
Thank you.
This is, how many years now? You're talking of relationships over 12 years or 13, 14 years or something like that.
Does he ever tell you all those I carried you when you were a baby or something?
No. Did you know me when I was a baby?
I didn't know she was a baby. So I don't do that.
I know people do. It's very annoying. Like any opportunity just.
It is very interesting, right? Because you won't believe this when I say it. I'm very different with my people who I'm close to, particularly the ones that are not in the country. I have a different relationship with them. You want to know why? Because you know, one of our friends was jackpot and she now I'm going to go for her, but that's another day. But when your friends or family are abroad, if you don't manage that relationship well, you can lose them for life.
Fact.
That's true.
So I'm sure she doesn't ever think about it, but I don't call them, like, I do more spiritual calling, like you pray for people and all that, but like I don't call them, say, oh, did you go to church? I hope you're not going to drink. I don't, because first of all, everybody will go through like life and the similar journeys, and everybody would then have to reflect on their experiences. And then I'm pretty sure her mom does a lot of that already. So she doesn't need, if anything, if I have money, say, send me or that kind of thing. So I do that intentionally, but I don't say
I
it
will
out.
send my account number. I've heard it. You people heard this.
No,
I
have
will
you
send
seen
my account
Naira
number.
to dollar?
Are you- Anyway, but yeah. So I mean, what's trending today? This matter of fake agents.
Fake agents, man. Fake agents are trending, and like it's crazy because I think even yesterday,
We had a consult.
we had a consult with someone who had, and there were like a lot of stories.
And you're talking of, and you know, some of these fake agent stories is not just, I don't know if you heard that yesterday's one. It's not like just a random KKK consulting, like company you don't know. This one is one of the big ones that does.
Bro, like
They're all over Instagram.
Yeah, they're all over Instagram. Like they have like strong names in the industry. Yeah,
And you know the funny thing about it, as I was telling the lady yesterday, I said, let me tell you what you guys don't know about these agents. And I'll classify not just fake, I would say fake, which is the ones that don't know anything and just steal your money. And then the ones that are agents and have an idea, but they're not trustworthy. So I don't know what I would call that, but not trustworthy, what I would say. And then you then have the ones that are just money grabbers or abroad. So fake is the one that, let's start with fake. You posted some things on the group. This UK CEO. Guy.
Let me tell you something there.
Do you know
From
what?
what
Are you familiar with this? Yeah.
Agents.
No, you're not familiar with what's going on with UK people like emigrating to UK for work. You know, they have a work deficit since Brexit. So Africans that are there would then tell people here to pay like 10 million
for
to relocate them.
Yeah,
They'll
give them jobs.
And you know the funny thing, they will give them a legit document to get them there. But the job that is waiting for them there
is non-existent.
Yeah. Sorry to say, and like it's one of those things you've been saying since, how like people like quick stuff. A lot of the people that I know that have been scammed, they don't know anything about the agent that is. They just saw a number and the person's like, oh, give me this document, give me this amount of money, and that's it. They don't do their research on the person.
Yes.
So when the person probably blocks them when they get to the UK, they can't reach the person you. There's no way you can find the person.
The second thing is, you then don't do the research to the government that you're going to, because
exactly
the UK government and Canadian governments, there's nothing that you need that will not be on their website for verification. Yeah. So why don't you just do the due diligence? Like, how busy are you that you pay someone 10 million to go to just to pay for COS?
And you will not double check.
You won't do
information.
Do you know how the process? Like, I know someone like he first took time, was gathering money, sent his wife within months, sent I think 4 children. Hi. So all those times we gathering money and everything, you never say one time, okay, let me check on these guys.
Open my laptop, read something.
There was, which one did we see on that you posted on the group that the woman was sleeping on? Which one did you posted? You guys posted
your family.
Okay, they was sleeping on the.
It's by the roadside.
A whole family. Okay, yes, I remember. I saw that.
I know.
That one even went viral. I even had it on the radio, Seth.
I said to you,
just stayed in Nigeria at that point.
No, I even
and
saw
the
one.
worst is that they actually sold all of their things. These people are actually doing well in Nigeria.
Can I say a business with it here?
I know one. The guy has sold. He hasn't left yet, but he has sold everything and he has paid. Then so the person that plugged him, that has gone, now told him now more is a scam. Do you understand?
No come.
But he has already sold all his properties. He's living with his
and he has paid the 10M already.
Yeah, he has paid all the money.
Because all of them use the same figure. It's that 10M. 10M is the minimum. Like, that's the cost. So that's fake agents. Now that's immigration. Fake agents for study abroad is similar. Pay $2,000 or $4,000. Then I'm even hearing one yesterday. They will pay for the study abroad and pay for the PR that they will do. They will pay the money. So it's like a job. That's what the woman was telling me now. That's another one. So it's like a job. Now that one may not be fake. That one leaves fake to not trustworthy. Right? The fake one is the person doesn't know anything. They say bring money, we'll guarantee you. Or bring money, we'll do document for you. Then they will ban you. Right? So one that we worked for did her stuff, everything was successful, submitted her visa. Embassy says, oh, she's been banned. She didn't know she was banned. She was crying.
Wow.
And I said to you guys on that episode, I said, I use the word is unique. Let me just say it the way it is. People that are not trustworthy people as well are the people that go to trust people that are not trustworthy. That's the way to put it. People that are fake are the people that go to people that are fake. Because when the money comes to you in a shady way, it's when you waste the money in a shady way. When the money comes easy, you blow it easy. How many people use their hard-earned 100K to just blow without thinking and counting the cost in this Nigeria today? So this lady was saying that yesterday, and I'm like,
sorry,
in this country,
I'm about to segue. I'm talking about like people blame money. There's this debate on Twitter about tech bros versus Yahoo boys.
we'll get to that one. See, that one weak me. And there's a lot to say, but I don't know that we have the time. We'll talk about that. That one at the training since like Friday or last week.
Bro,
Thursday.
he's been he has been in a conversation like I think last year. So.
We always have that conversation.
Yeah, they all brought him back again. Yeah. Like, I'm big now. Let's rest.
So that's the fake agents. Then let's now go to yesterday's person. That one I put them the non-trustworthy agents. So this woman pays money for PR to a popular agent. No due diligence. Right? And they guarantee her something. Now, why do people, take that step of I can go to these places? Because the person is popular. So you feel that there's no need to go and extra verify. Not verify, let's say extra verify. Because once somebody knows that Ilewe education, you understand, it's a popular, you understand, there's no need to do you've done for this many people, I know you. But someone paid money now. They're not picking a call. A popular one for PR. And I told her, I said, Mama, you should have checked, because what she paid for, if she checked, she will know she does not qualify. And they don't chop her money. At that time, about $1,000, those for initial matters. Then the other agent, another popular one that is all over social media, making noise, calling herself whatever is not. Because the problem we have also is because we are suffering. When you are suffering, you are gullible.
Who's suffering?
No, like Nigeria.
Don't be angry. Sorry. In Nigeria, you say that
I'm joking over.
That's low.
But,
that's low. That's very low.
I don't like to categorize myself into suffering.
Wow, I can imagine, right? But like generally in Nigeria, people are the country is not good, right? We're suffering. Yeah. So people come with all this. Oh, pay for this webinar, I'll give you scholarship. Pay for this, I'll give you this. The nonsense fraud they do in between.
I just need 5 people. Scholarship, Twitter.
You don't know them. There are only 40 slots. Come and see. He has come.
We sent over 500 students.
I know the funny thing about all of you is that when you are telling me about those people, you are excited. You don't come back to tell me when they have scammed you. Or when you have not gotten, when your expectations were not met. So those are the ones that are not trustworthy. Now, let's now go to the other ones from yesterday. Because that woman has gone through the 3 phrases. Wow. The ones that are abroad, that are Nigerians. See, let me tell you people. Let me put it simply put. People are not good people.
Very bad.
Well, there's no other way to slice it.
Some of us are sitting here.
No. You are not doing this.
Are you
not doing the business, huh? Let me tell you why they're not good people. You that you were here suffering with us. You now got opportunity to get PR and you went there. You now say you are an agent. I understand that Uncle Sam takes a lot of money from you in tax. You are proud and arrogant, and you don't even know the work. Because let's call it what it is. Because most of you would have collected $4,000. I'm still the one, and me, all that people go fix your work. I don't know how many I've done this year that people paid $4,000 to one agent abroad, either the whites who are just doing what they do, or particularly the Nigerian ones who are abroad. They will charge $4,000 coin. The student will still get denied. And the arrogance. Oh, you signed the document. It's not our fault. You didn't present your document properly. Blah, 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 blah. That's the best we could do. So what is the term of engagement? Like, what's the point of the work that we are doing? If it's not for you to guide me. And for you to tell me that, Isaac, this is the way we want to do. Your chance is no high. I think you should wait. But you've collected the $4,000. You've pocketed it. When me that sabi the work, and I'm the best at the work, when I want to charge that money, they will say, "Shebi, we're in this same Nigeria, we are all suffering." They will charge $150 for consultation. And they will be very arrogant. They will not answer the right questions. They will not allow people to scrutinize them. But when you charge them $50,000 for your own consult, or you do free consult, they will be talking to you and complaining anyhow. So those ones are the ones that I'm coming for. And I'm coming for all of you very soon. Because you are wicked people. There's no other way to slice it. Because if you have sense, you can add your sense to your experience to say, okay, what is the middle ground?
Yeah.
Because there's some agents abroad that I know that are trustworthy who don't charge that much, who are more concerned about the outcome. You just want your $4,000 because you say Uncle Sam takes 40% or 50% of the money. So you just treat it anyhow. Then you then go on Instagram and then promote what is not. And make it say, oh, I'm an immigration lawyer. You can say, who is not certified? Go and check me too, I'm certified. Who is not certified? You want to collect 4 million naira from people in this current climate to go abroad. How much are they paying for school fees? So, I don't know, because I can't reach everybody. I don't know what else to say to Nigerians in the matter of just do your due diligence. Like, actually confirm, make comparisons. Because everybody is doing it and everybody is saying they can do it.
Yeah.
And that's what is trending right now. I'm sorry.
Especially if all the information is online.
My sister.
For
Every
free.
embassy has it free. So when you are talking to an agent, as you should have done your own research of questions to test that this person knows what he or she.
That's actually true, because I think we've had 2 consultations like that, where like the person has actually done their research.
Yes.
And they've come and like they're asking us questions and they said, okay, we too.
Yes.
We know what we're doing. Do you get?
And that lady yesterday, unfortunately, it was her experience that taught her, because her husband was like, look, go and do the right thing to confirm, to verify. And like, I always tell people, like, I want to trust you want to trust me. Let's have that conversation.
Yeah.
Come to my office, like, come and verify that, oh, this is this person. Oh, my sister. Isaac, I'm tired of talking about this again. So let's talk about what we are here for today.
Yeah, so Sabina, let's talk about Howard Uni. Yeah, so finance. Why finance? In short, let's start from high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so moving into the US, how was it like?
Okay, I moved when I was about 11 or 12. So
I
I'd done GSS 1 here. But then once I finished, I went over to the US and I lived in Massachusetts with my aunt and uncle.
Massachusetts?
Yeah. And
that's
actually, they put me back like 2 years in class. Because I was ahead of like...
You went to like primary school again?
Basically, it was their middle school. So I started in middle school, 6th grade, 7, 8, and then high school is 9 through 12. And I already knew everything in the class, honestly, because from that 6th grade, good grades, like, because they sent me back 2 years and I was good in my school in Nigeria. So
you're a very smart child.
Did you feel any way, like, thinking back, were you aware? Like, did you feel bad, or were you just excited that you were in the US?
I mean, I was excited I was in the US, one, but I always like challenging my teachers, like, you guys need to put me up a class. Like, I don't understand what I'm doing.
You actually used to tell them?
Yeah, like I used to say to them, but I mean, they're white teachers, so, and I'm a Black Nigerian student, they barely like understood what I was saying, or they'll say my accent is something. So I think maybe they just wanted to help me acclimatize a little more to the environment. But I don't think I needed to.
Like, in hindsight, did you feel was it racist? Were they being like, when they say they couldn't understand you and things like that? Was it?
It was, there was a little racism there.
Yeah, I kind of feel
underlying. It was definitely there, but I mean, I don't know. I don't let things like that get to me. So I was able to kind of
just play it cool.
Yeah, go through my middle school, high school experience with the best I could do. So yeah. So
I mean, I always love to ask this question: how close to what we watch in High School Musical and all these Hollywood movies was high school for you? Was there all that prom?
Well, we're not singing every day.
That's for sure.
But I think it's the same kind of environment. There's the cool kids, there's the like nerds, there's the jocks, you know.
Where did you belong?
I honestly separated myself from all
you look
of
like
this.
a cool kid.
I wouldn't say I'm a cool kid, but like I was cool with most people. But in like I don't care way, like
yeah, like you.
Most of my friends were Hispanic or Black. Like my core friends were Hispanic, like from Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, and we're still friends to this day.
Yeah,
like I was never really that close with the white.
I always want to ask that question
because they can't even relate to me on the same level.
The Hispanics and the Blacks, how close is similarity in our culture to that relationship really working, particularly the Hispanics? I hear that a lot.
It's pretty close because I mean that's why we're close. That's why we were having the same experience in middle school, high school, like where the white kids are able to like go for sleepovers, like which African parents are allowing to go and sleep over? It's the same thing with them. My best friend, she was never allowed to sleep over anywhere besides my house. I was never allowed to sleep anywhere besides her house because my aunt and uncle had the same understanding as her parents.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, draw you back a bit. I think every guest we have, when we ask about racism and all that, they always have to say that, oh, it never really got to me. Is this something about like we Africans going there having like tough skin already from here?
I definitely think so. Even like my friends that come later in the years, like I mean, obviously you're going to feel it when you first get there, but it's like, at the end of the day, you know who you are. You know you're black. You know you're African. You know you're Nigerian. So like nobody can really tell you anything. No matter what they say, like you know where you came from. As long as you stick to that and you like keep that in your head, like yeah, okay.
But was there any other major one that maybe made you cry or you called home or you really thought about that? Nah.
I'm not the one like.
Yeah.
Like you cannot make me feel any type of. If I'll call my mom, tell her this is what happened today. She'll tell me they're mad. No, you know she'll not say they're mad, but like, but she'll like, like they're not serious, like,
and that helps us. Yeah.
But yeah, like that's it. You just if you need to reconnect back home, just simply reconnect back home. It's just to remind you, like these people obviously don't understand where you're coming from, and they will never understand it, honestly. So just stick to what you know, understand yourself, and go from there.
Well, yeah. So you had done just one here. So when you transitioned, were you aware enough to see like a clear difference in like the system of education?
Yeah, I would say like the teachers were way nicer, obviously. Like they care for you to actually learn, and like they will sit with you, and if you're not understanding something, they will sit with you after class or something and try to teach it to you. I was able to go to my teachers and like ask questions if necessary, but for the most part, I was okay for those first like
Star girl, you know.
I was okay for those first like two years, just because the Nigerian system is like we learn. That's why I realized like we learn a lot very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many classes. Maybe I was taking like 12 classes in GS1. When I got to the US, it was 6 classes. I was like, this is easy. This is a breeze. So yeah, like that type of vibe.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So talking about transitioning to uni, how's that like? I don't. So like when I watch movies, I hear, here we have like, if you want to go to uni from this thing, you hear JAMB, you hear WAEC and all that, but like there you just hearing GED and all that stuff. So
SAT,
SAT and all that. So how's it like?
We actually start taking standardized tests from middle school. I think maybe it's 7th grade or 8th grade, and we take it every year basically. So MCAT was the one from Massachusetts, and it's like a standardized test you have to take.
Well, every state has like
I think it varies per state sometimes, but ours we call it MCAS, so we take it like almost every year. There's like the pre one that kind of like gets you prepared for the main one that makes up which university you're going to. Like your score on that test is like you going to university, like which university you're going to, or which universities you can apply to safe. And then you take MCAS, that also prepares you for SAT. So you have to take your SAT as well, which is also like included in university and where you apply and stuff. So,
all right. So I mean, you certainly did well. You got into Howard. So
thank God.
What was that journey like? Final year in high school, getting to Howard.
How was prom? Sorry, how was prom?
I don't know now where you go be interested. Did you?
Yes, no.
Did you have a date?
Yeah, I did have a date. He was black. Thank God for that.
Let it be name.
What was that for?
Are you still in touch with him?
No, but he's actually like we follow each other on Instagram and everything. But like I won't say like we're close and we talk every day.
So
but,
I hope it's not prom like I watch on series.
No. I mean,
don't.
Okay, sorry.
Don't do that here, man.
Sorry. It's not sorry.
Yeah, she can tell us after the pod, or you can tell me after.
What would I tell you people? That's what to tell.
Okay.
We went to prom.
I trust my
We
sister.
danced. Every no, you dance
Why
like
you
from
don't
past
promote?
that. You know, there's like the slow dance. You do the slow dance. That's
So you
it.
do-
Wedding dance.
I don't know where it was holding. Maybe my neck. I don't know. My shoulder.
They only held hands.
We'll talk about
They
it.
only held hands.
But yeah.
Anyway, so
Prom
after
was
prom,
cool. Graduation was cool. Once I graduated, like I was so happy to just be out of there. I think I went to my counselor like when I was applying for schools,
Mhm.
and I think that's when I felt like she was undermining like my ability as a student.
Wow.
Because she was like, there was one time like I think that was because I actually remember telling my mom like this woman really said like, do you really think you can apply there?
Eh?
I was like,
What for lady? Sorry. Maybe flex. Sorry.
I said, what? She wasn't even talking about Howard University. I don't know which school specifically.
Some state or
but it was some state school that was like, like I can enter it. All I need to do is write a nice
SOP.
SOP.
write a nice essay for them, which my essay was spot on because I put everything Nigeria, all my experience, everything, my
Yeah.
the essay was spot on. Like my SAT scores were not bad, and I was having good grades in school. So it's like, why would you even open your mouth to say that? It's like, come on. So I applied to UMass, got in. I applied to Baylor, I think, got in there, and Howard University. Those were like the 3 schools I applied to. I didn't even apply to much.
Did you do like I see in the movies as well? You go back to her like told you.
No, I did not go back. What's my
You're a
business
better
with
person.
her?
You're a better person than
You're actually a good
than-
person.
than Isaac.
What is my business
I would
with
actually
her?
go back and tell her
I know.
that. Even just to take us back, my final year of uni, I had this issue like because they said we not go to church, so we'll not write some exams or something like that. So yeah, so we actually did not like they wrote exams and we didn't write those exams because we didn't go to church. So
Hey, Isaac,
one of my
every
church
day I
members.
did learn
Wait
something
now,
about you.
no, make it boss here. The only 3 times I miss church. Like I'm not even joking. I missed church only 3 times in like what 30 something. I'm telling you, only 3 times, and they said I was going to write exam. So like my parents already knew about it. My parents already told like our close people in church that Isaac is not graduating this year because he missed church or something. So one woman used to see me every Sunday. She used to make me feel like you have failed your father. Like she literally used to say all these things. So one time I was just like, at home, my dad just called me, come. He just showed me, they sent message that we that had that issue, we should come back and write makeup exam or something before graduation, that we should come to school like that week. Oh my, now went, I think I had like, I just wrote, it was only 3 exams I missed also. So I wrote all 3 and I passed. The next time when I saw the woman, I went to meet her. I said, yes, I'm finally graduated.
Isaac.
I said, yes, I'm finally graduated.
Look
Yeah,
at that woman, eh?
no, but you should have done that, to be honest. Like, you have to prove a point.
Yeah.
I didn't feel the need
We'll
for
talk.
it.
We'll talk about the 3 classes, the 3 church.
No, we'll move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Anyways, maybe she'll see this podcast.
She will
Yeah.
see it. She will see
Was
it.
she white?
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
just going to clarify.
I can't. I maybe I don't even know. How
Did you
to
have
say
any
this,
black
but
teachers?
I had one black teacher. He was in the military and he was an art teacher. I'll never forget him.
So
It
it
was
must
cool.
have. She
I
said
liked
it's like a
him.
white-dominated area.
Yeah, especially the city, like the
The-
town
the
I was
suburb.
in. It
The
was a
low
suburb,
area.
so it was like very, very, very white. Maybe there were like 5 people black in my entire set, or maybe even the entire schools.
All right, so let's talk about
That's
the
nice.
decision. I mean, Baylor is a very good school. UMass is a very good school. And of course, Howard is, I mean, every black student who understands cultural history in the US always wants to go to Howard. So how did that decision come about for you?
I actually didn't know about Howard up until my junior year of high school, because one of the other black girls that go to my school, like obviously we connect and we'll talk, and she was actually from a town next to us, Springfield, that was like they did some program where they would bring some of their students to our town. So that's how I knew her, and she was saying she was going to Howard. I visited the school, everything, and I loved it when I got there. So I was like, I'm applying. Actually, no, I applied and then I visited. So I was like, I'm definitely going here. But I think I already had in my mind that that's where I was going, just based off of it's a historically black college university. And I already knew that this girl was going there and she loved it there. So I was like, that's kind of what influenced me. And I knew I didn't want to stay in UMass. I didn't want to stay in Massachusetts. And I knew Texas was kind of too far for me to just go by myself. So Howard was like the
Perfect.
perfect option for me. So yeah, it just worked out like that. And we thank God that I even got in because I was scared at one point. The admission office can be very, very iffy. But thank God.
Yeah. All right. So you move from Massachusetts to Howard's in Maryland, DC, something like that. So what was that like?
Nothing crazy. I think I flew with my aunt and uncle, or maybe it was just my aunt that came with me. 2 suitcases in hand.
You stayed on campus?
Yeah, I stayed on campus my first year.
So again, just
terrible experience.
Our dorm that year was insane. Like it was insane.
Was that not the year of strike?
Which
and
strike?
all those issues. Yes, no, this is Howard strike though.
They usually have strikes.
Yeah,
maybe every like 5 years.
Yeah.
5 to 10
But like,
years.
did the strikes last long? Like, the way also those days?
No,
I'm sorry,
not that long. But they take it serious.
They take
Like
it serious.
it's
This
a
is
serious strike.
It's not strike like we don't have like we're a poor school, that kind of thing. This is like the students fighting for some need, you know, that kind of thing.
Like
maybe
they have the resources, they're just not giving it.
good. Yeah, exactly.
So
or maybe the school wants to provide resources for something else that is not important to, you know, the students. So.
And sometimes actually it's the professors that are protesting. Maybe they did not get paid when they were supposed to or something. So yeah.
Nigerian professors can't relate. Because you're talking of professors that are earning $100,000. Not the ones that are saying that, even the ones that they are being
professor
paid,
that has maybe fish pond on this side or one very funny business on this side.
So I mean, I also know, I mean, I've been doing this for a while now. I know for a fact that in the US and Canada, students don't have to pick their major in their first year. And I remember you had, I think you didn't decide until like a second year or something, because I remember your first year. What was that process like for you?
I did go in, like, I knew I wanted to go in as a business student. I decided on finance just because I wanted to understand money and how to manage money. Just as a Ijebu girl coming from Nigeria.
Hey, Ijebu to the what?
I just knew that was my path. Even though I might not work in finance, I knew I might not work in that finance, but I needed to understand how money works and like how to manage my own money and build my own like wealth, generational wealth. That was my main thing. So that's really why I went to finance.
This guy.
I'm finding out some things, but will you carry on?
Yeah,
so she mentioned something about like visiting the school, and like I just imagine like why we don't do that here. Like
we do.
You visit your school before you.
Yes, sir.
You know when you go to like
difference.
When you go to sorry. When you go to like let's say university website abroad, you see like open days where you can come and visit. Like there's nothing like that in Nigeria.
Perhaps.
When you went there, sorry, was it like a toga, like someone was taking you
It's
around?
like a specific day. What do they call it?
Open days.
No, it's not open days.
It's open days in the UK.
Accepted Students Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the accepted students can come and visit, and that's when you like decide if you are going to the school or not.
But that's also different from open days. Open days is more used in the UK. But what I was going to say is that the major difference, and you know, it's funny because it's funny. I can't say it on the pod. I have one business idea that remind me to discuss with Hepzibah. But in the US, you guys apply online. You just so send this. Here we have to go write the exam in the school for some reason, and that's effectively open days. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Because when I went to Covenant, I remember I can never forget that experience. The guys wore shirt and tie, the ladies wore pencil skirts.
Wait, I think I just wore wish color.
They said all parents and guardians go to this side for their program. We went to write the exam. If you didn't pass the exam, you couldn't do interviews. So we wrote the exam, then we went to do interviews. And then there was a panel of judges.
You actually remember vividly. That's crazy.
Yeah,
you actually
experiences.
I didn't even know you wrote
I've got a great memory. But let me tell you something about some memory that I never forget. Is that I knew that I did not want to go to Covenant.
Wise choice.
And I keep saying today that I will send my children there because
I'm actually begging you
not to.
I'm sorry, Covenant. Sorry.
Wait, but why did you want to go?
Why what?
Why didn't you want to go to Covenant?
It was an advanced secondary school. I was the only child of a single mom. My brain was far ahead and all these small children going to school where they tell me, don't do this.
But I think, sorry to say, like, I think, sorry to people.
That was my thought then.
Sorry to people that have been,
that's true.
sorry to people that have been expelled or maybe suspended.
No, he went to Covenant, so he has all this.
It's kind of like, sorry, I'm sorry if you're expelled. It's kind of easy to be honest. The only problem I had was that going to church every time. Like, I won't lie, that was my only sin in Covenant. But like all that, don't go out and all that. Like, maybe because from where I'm coming from, like me, I'm used to taking permission before I go out. So like I can't go. And the places, there was no point going to the club from Covenant. Like while we were in school, it was risky first and utter. Probably go to club on the island, so it's risky.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of like dirty. So just live your life easy. Like I had bad guys that successfully graduated because they had their
Can I
science.
tell you? And let me tell you the reason why I probably would go to outside my children Covenant. If again, my children are probably 15 years away from school, right, from university. But let me tell you what I'm thinking is, as a child of God, if I was going to send my children to that school or any school, and it's church, you guys go to church like 4 times a week? Or 3 times?
I think that's every day safe because this is morning devotion type of
Now,
service, yeah.
let me tell you something about, again, apart from let's not be too spiritual, but you do know that there's a grace about you guys, right? Like you guys are not successful.
But I don't think it's the church. I think it's just
Connection, the network.
Yeah, the networking, the packaging, the schoolhouse, the branding.
Yes,
yeah.
Good. And that says a lot, right? That's one. 2 is that if you really, really teach children the way of the Lord, they will not hate to go to the church. And that's really where I'm at. And that's why I feel like before
you mean from home?
Yeah, from home and even in the school, because you shouldn't force people to go to church. That's the reality. You should love God enough for them to go to church.
You really want to.
But this is not a Christian podcast, so let's not go. So that's just my feeling. Now, the reason why I want my children to go to Covenant is Papa has a vision to make the school actually the best school. So you've got a school that fears God and then a vision like that. So your hope is that they will continue to get better. So I know all you're saying because all my friends, a lot of my friends went there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my hope. So maybe in 10 years, Bowen is the Covenant and I'll change my mind. But yeah, that's just my thought.
Yeah. So speaking about like cultural, like school culture and everything, like was Howard like a very liberal school type?
Every school
I'd say, yeah. Not
No, they're
all,
actually like Christian schools.
No, I mean,
there are Christian schools. There's like really liberal schools. There's schools that are like strictly business.
Yeah.
I think Howard had a good mix of
Howard
liberal
and Truth
and
from
business.
what's that movie that we used to watch? Storm the Yard or something?
Oh yeah, Storm the Yard. Was it?
Storm the Yard or something? Yeah,
Yeah.
Storm the Yard and all those dance movies we used to watch. Yeah, that's effectively that.
Yeah.
But you know that now. You were still small at that time.
I had fun my freshman year though, like my first year, because I was away from home for the first time. But then again, like I feel like I've always been like away from home because I left when I was 11.
Yeah.
So
But like, I
it
mean,
was just like a new
did your
experience
aunt
for
and
me.
Aunt and uncle have that like stronghold
Nope.
on you per se?
I would say yes, because my mom, like, you know, my mom,
Oh yeah.
she will call them from Nigeria. Anything they say, she hears. Anything she says, they hear. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't do much, like, on the rebellious end. So I was really inside. If I wanted to go anywhere, I'll call. I think maybe I got in trouble 1 or 2 times where I, like, would go somewhere. I think I went on a bike ride one time with my friend. I just biked to a house. I did not tell anybody. It was in the afternoon. No. Exactly. It was in the afternoon. No. It was like middle school. I was in middle school. Maybe I was like 14.
This friend is a girl or a guy?
Girl, I biked to her house. She was having some like pool day because she has a pool in her house.
So
I biked there.
Real nitty gritty.
It was just how many of us? Maybe 4 of us. I did not have a phone at that point. I think I was carrying iPod. Even grandma was in. Hey, I think that's what did it. Because grandma was in America
at that period.
during that time.
They wanted to bring you back home.
So, we're not bringing me back home,
No, like
but
the
they
threat.
shall. There was a threat. There was a threat, and they definitely called my mom, and that was like she made me sign one
letter
that I will not
you do know,
do anything bad
real.
again.
Yeah.
That's what my mom does. Like she
But
would
you
make
do
me
know
sign
that
something.
our parents do those things from a place of love.
Love.
Sometimes
Yeah,
they just know
yeah.
better. They just really
Definitely.
again, no parent really wants to lose their child. So I think that's usually where it comes from. They're not being vindictive that they don't say, oh, they don't want you to be happy, But yeah. All right. So, first year you pick finance and all that. What was the lectures like? What does it mean to maintain a top CGPA, graduate top of your class, those kind of things? What was that? What was that 4 years like for you school wise?
The first year, the classes are very like general.
Yeah.
And I was in the School of Business. In the School of Business, we carry ourselves like this on campus. We call ourselves Money Gang, SOB Money Gang. So the first year, it was like just seminar classes. And also we had this like 21 cap program, which in the School of Business, where they partner with other companies. And those companies are like your sponsor in a team of maybe 10 to 13 people. Nice. So our sponsor was Ameriprise Financial. And we were able to basically learn about the company, give presentations about them to like our other peers. And I think they actually planned a trip for us to go to their headquarters. It's not every team that's able to do that, but like if the company has the ability, they'll do it. So they planned a trip for our team to go to their headquarters, but COVID hit that second year.
Yeah.
We did not go anywhere. And I think the second year, that leads me to my second year, was very like at home. Like I went back to Massachusetts because they sent everybody home. I remember crying with my roommates, like, oh my gosh, I will miss you. Yes, like we all went back home, like because we're having a blast on campus. We were learning each other's like ways of living. Because I had a roommate, like love her to this day. No, she was black.
Oh yeah.
Are they white
Howard is a very black school. Yeah, like 90%, 95% black.
Howard.
We had a white girl on our floor.
Yeah.
Just her?
It was just her. And it was me and Amber were like, out of all the floors they could have put her, is our floor they put her. But I mean, we still show her love. You will not be hateful or anything. But the reason we all go to Howard is so we can be around other black people. So yeah, first year vibes. We're all good and everybody is reading their book. We had like a common room on our floor. So every time we're done with classes at the end of the night, we'll go there, we'll eat, we'll go there, do our work up until I don't even know what time, 12 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m., whatever. Yeah, start vibing, like music is playing, you're doing your work. That's it. That was the vibe that year. Second year, COVID, everybody back home. But I think at that point, I had an internship or a co-op or something. So I was making money online at the same time and still doing classes. But they did not know that I had a job at the same time.
Are you serious?
Class would be on one laptop. My job would be on the second laptop.
We're proud of you. I'm proud of you, bro.
So that's how I even raised money to like get my own apartment once we were able to go back junior year. So junior year, everybody's back on campus.
That's third year, right? That's
your third year. Junior year, you're back on campus. I never understood
why they do that thing, because they will call your third year junior and then your final year senior.
It's freshman, sophomore, junior.
I don't know why. I mean, all right, but why stay off campus? Was there a major difference for you?
Well, Howard just doesn't have enough housing.
Yeah, that's why they protested. They were protesting about that a couple of years ago.
Like that's a huge thing there. Like once your sophomore year hits, just know that you're looking for somewhere to.
They will kick you out.
Sleep.
Yeah, because they almost prioritize the freshmen.
They prioritize freshman, sophomore before junior, senior. So once that junior year hits, just know you should start looking somewhere else for your housing. Although they cater to like people that really, really need it. Like if you really, really just go to them, beg them on your hands and knees, cry or something. Like they will give you. So yeah.
I'm big on NCAA. I love sports and all that. So I would see Howard here and there for some. What was the sports like for you? Did you go to games? Did you support nothing?
I'd go to like basketball. We have basketball games. So when they were like on campus, I go to basketball games. I think I went to a volleyball game once or twice. I never went to a swim meet. That's what I regret, because I think one of them is actually on like pre-Olympics or something, which is cool. So
you always thought you were going to run because you were tall.
Yeah, I did track in high school, but I never carried it on into college. I don't know why. Maybe I just wasn't interested.
Big girl kid.
I'm sure.
Because you should be my
running
now.
for how long?
Yes,
It's
no,
okay.
but that's where the money is.
You should
I'm
be my
making
Toby.
money
You know how much
enough like this. Well, currently I'm broke. I have not started work. But
Well, you're not currently working. Don't
yeah.
Yeah,
I've
because
not
you've
started
been
work.
working. How long? You were working even in high school, weren't you? Like you've been doing different sort of.
They didn't really let me work in high school.
You had like summer stuff now. Summer.
Oh! I worked at a restaurant as a hostess.
Yeah.
But that was like.
I mean,
I think I started that.
Everybody does that.
I think I started
Everybody
that in
does
high
that.
school.
Yeah. So, what was university work like? Like, what kind of companies did you work for? So, you guys did the capstone with the the last internship, but what else did you do up until now? Where you're now like, okay, you've taken basically after school, you're basically on your small sabbatical before you resume again. But what was that like for you?
My freshman year, actually, I had a work study. So I was working as a teller at the Howard University Federal Credit Union.
Wow.
So I was like in the front whenever people come deposits, withdrawals, whatever. Like,
what do you mean? We know teller now.
I'm just saying, like, for explanation for people that don't know, the credit, because I didn't really know anything about credit unions. I knew banks, but credit unions is a little bit different. So you're able to do withdrawals and stuff there. So that's what I did until COVID, obviously, and then that job kind of cut short.
Yeah.
And it was while we were online that I was able to apply for other positions. I think they had like an online career fair. And that's where I met my manager that gave me a job at Collins Aerospace. So I did a co-op with them while I was still in school. And from there, I went into like, there was another, most of my jobs I got through like online video meets because they do like one-on-one
webinars and stuff.
So you would just register for the time that you want, meet them, read the recruiters, talk to the recruiters, tell them your experience, everything. And those recruiters ate that. I grew up in Nigeria. He moved to America. They ate it up every single time. So that was like when they say introduce yourself, that's what I start with. So it's strong and they remember me. And from there, okay, PwC was my second like interview online that I met. Actually, like I applied for something different, but then I was just talking to him, telling him like, oh, this is kind of what I want to do. And he was like, oh, I actually think you'd be good for this instead. So that's how I went into consulting. Because I was telling him, I don't know if finance is for me for real. So that's how I got into consulting. I was able to explore that with them my sophomore year summer, and then my junior year summer as well. They brought me back, and now I'm working with them full time.
Yeah.
So the easiest way, honestly, to get a job when you're abroad is to do internships over the summer, and they'll just bring, because they know you know the company already. Some of them are built connections with you.
Yeah.
So it's very easy.
It's safer for them.
Yeah,
Less stress.
Exactly.
All right. Are you involved in any diaspora associations? Do you keep tabs with Nigerians in the US? Apart from, I mean, you guys always want to come back for all these concerts and all.
Oh, do you come back for this is December?
I try to, yeah.
How
you try to? You guys make me your chaperone 1 year like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it took me to Ikoyi, left me in the hotel, and they're doing about looking.
Are you going to be around in December?
I'm trying to, because I start work in October. I don't know if I'll be able to fly out.
Why you?
I will try. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's good.
I will come in Jesus' name, because I want to come.
Yeah, bring in Jesus dirty December.
I can be your chaperone.
It's not dirty. It's just December.
Okay, so what are you guys coming for?
December.
To hang out with
Christmas,
my cousins.
Family.
You guys have been around for the last couple. Anyway, so do you keep in touch apart from?
I don't have any association that I'm in, but at Howard University, the Nigerian community is very, very strong. So most of my friends were Nigerians as well.
That's nice.
So I guess
so
that's how I stay connected to Nigerians.
You advise Nigerian students to come to Howard.
Yeah, it's a good school, but now our price has gone up since Kamala Harris became vice president of the United States of America.
As per former.
Oh, she's an alum. Oh, I see now.
What positions did you take in? Did you take any of this association, alumni, blah blah blah? Did you involve yourself in any departmental leadership?
So you were just scholars.
Oh, like you mean like organizations?
Yeah.
Okay, I was in like Models of the Mecca, so modeling and like photography, makeup, camera, whatever.
Did it pay you guys?
The entire thing, no, but there are people that like.
Do it for
That's
a
where
living?
you learn.
You build on like
you
your career
build
and modeling and all
your
that.
portfolio to be able
Yeah.
to get paid.
Mhm.
So they taught us all those things in that organization, and I was also like in the investment group on campus.
But
So
like
there,
you really like money.
I said I was learning everything I could.
Your goals were clear.
Yes, very clear to learn how to build wealth, to like tap into my creative side, so models at the Mecca, and then I feel like there's one more. Oh, ASA, that's the African Students Association.
Mhm.
So they also had events. Those ones were just like fun for vibes, like
Food,
me and my
Just
friends would
parties
go,
and all
yeah,
that.
food, play games, dance, whatever. So yeah, those were like my 3 main organizations.
So I mean, you guys come home for different reasons. Birthdays were necessary, weddings were necessary, and then sometimes Christmas. I think I always ask people who are already like citizens or residents in these countries, do you have plans to come back? Like, will you come back for a better Nigeria or a better Nigeria project, or haven't been there for such a while? Do you feel like you already know this place and this place is just a place where there's some okayness to it, but you know that you're also good in Nigeria, right? Like if you were here, you still be good. So like, have you ever thought about it?
I have thought about it. I've actually always thought about it.
Really?
I'm the type, like, I think I would come back. Not I think, I know I'm coming back to Nigeria at some point. 1, because I want to start a business here. 2, my whole family is here and I really value
Is it like
my
already
family
a business
and I wanna be
idea
around them.
or it's just a plan that
I
you-
also I don't have any like specific business ideas
Okay.
right now, but I know I want to start like a nonprofit as well where I'm like giving back to the youth in Nigeria.
You know, I have one.
I'm trying to think of.
I have one. You can be sending me dollars. I'm serious. I've got
Yeah.
one. I've got the second one coming up. You do know I just finished my politics school. Like I've been talking
Okay,
about
what's your nonprofit?
We'll talk about that off camera.
Okay.
We don't
I can
accept,
put you on the
we don't
board.
we don't accept
So, like,
Sadiq, can plug it in.
Because I can actually help you.
we don't accept donations less than 10K those. Just put
Just
it.
wait.
wow,
Don't worry about it.
We as in.
No, I said I
French.
said I am building generate 10K,
Yeah.
nothing.
That's not.
I
Yeah.
give you once
okay.
I'm rich.
I have my,
So that means
I have one.
So it's safe to say that you will not marry anybody that's not Nigerian because you have to come back. You can't marry a white guy who allow you to come back. If he's not
Okay,
Nigerian.
wait.
Sadiq is indirectly asking a question.
I will live
I like
in
I
Nigeria.
see what you're doing there, KOJ. I see.
It's a valid question.
Thanks, a
I
valid
like it.
thank you.
I think-
Mommy didn't send me, by the way. You know that.
Isaac, why are you taking the
operate on my
question too
own.
seriously?
But she could send you, Sha.
No,
I
I operate
wouldn't-
independently.
I said like I'll say I'll live in
Independent
Nigeria.
Yeah, your
I
wife,
will
you
come
do marry
to-
a white husband and then
But
you
it's not
begin the
like-
baby here.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not like I'll stay in Nigeria
So you'll be
all
coming and
throughout
going.
the year. I think I'm the type to be coming because I like to travel.
Wait, so you're
regardless.
open to marrying a white guy? What's no? We do not
I'm
want.
not closed, but like I'm not.
It's not something that's on your mind.
So if lines fall in pleasant places, you fall.
My own is God will align me whoever is supposed to
Yeah.
be. my
Thank you,
husband.
sis. I love the answer.
Okay, why you?
So I have
I
one
don't understand.
question.
If he's a white man,
Is
white.
there
If
any?
he's Asian,
Is there any of our
if he's
people that
Nigerian.
married? Any of your cousins anyway that married a white guy? Exactly.
Doesn't
my
matter.
cousin is actually dating a white girl.
See,
They're
dating.
probably getting married.
Tell me the person's name. Let me say.
Why would I
Mommy.
tell you?
Let me send mommy.
No, she already knows. Don't worry.
Okpa says she has a question. Let's
Yeah,
let's hear
so how many countries have you been to?
I cannot answer that question. I'm on camera. My mom doesn't know.
Game kill me.
I knew that.
Okay,
I
show
knew she was gonna answer
fingers.
that way.
She won't sit on camera. Just show fingers.
No.
Show fingers.
Coinsola.
What?
Okay.
I did not see that.
No, I'll tell you off camera. That's nice. But who did you used to go with?
My friends.
I must admit something on air, and we only have a couple of seconds, and I hate that I'm going to admit it. I prefer female relationships. Like, ladies just always know how to have a good time.
Fuck.
Seriously.
They don't care about, we're going with guys or anything. You don't see
Yeah.
4 or 5 of them.
Guys want to say,
What,
I
it
feel bring
doesn't even
baby.
In fact,
I was so high maintenance.
See, I have those my guys I was talking of. So we're planning something for next year. So like we already agreed. Okay, this is how much I'm
People
putting.
don't they cough babe.
What 3? I'm like, oh, I'm cool. We'll travel alone and all that. Yeah, like Sherry will bring babe. This one, that one. I'm like, bro, okay, so we have babe. Me, I just did my own. Like, so
I'll be alone.
So I'll be alone.
No.
That's why I get really upset when my parents are all overprotective. Like, I'm in school. Like, me and my friends are out here late.
It's just, I mean, stories, the way the security and all that, that's why. But girls just have everything. Just a girls trip.
Yeah, girls trip.
They just go, they dance, they sightsee, they take pictures.
Take pictures, yeah.
It's really about food and shopping.
Fun fact, we don't even gossip when we go out.
I think there's the safety aspect, of course, but like we understand that ourselves, so we're very cautious when we're going. Like you already have that in mind when you're going anywhere. Be safe. Don't enter anybody's car. Everything your parents tell you is in the back of your head already.
Don't talk to strangers.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's a recent film that reiterates that for someone like Misha. Tiffany Haddish and Girls Trip will not allow me trust any girls.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But I wish you would list how many countries though.
I'm not listening, so
Can just
maybe after
name
I tell
them.
my mom, I'll come back and tell you guys. It's not that. Just now.
Okay, so blink twice. Hawaii. I got that one.
This was Hawaii. I was never been to
Bahamas.
Hawaii. Oh, I've been to the Bahamas, but that was with my family.
Okay, tell us places you've been with your family. Canada.
Yes. London,
Okay.
the Bahamas.
Okay. Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica.
No.
Okay.
I saw the eyes, bro.
Thank you, Coin, for coming. You guys can call us Sabina, Mike Coin, It was a nice episode.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, please, I'm not upset anymore. But please, before you go and use agent, do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Reach out to Elite Education for your study abroad matters.
Zero.
Jack Limited for your immigration general matters. And now, we've talked about our partnerships with Cafe One. We are not just in Maitama, Abuja, Ogba, Lagos. We are now Lekki phase 1, Chevron. Does Chevron do phase 1, phase 2? Or just Chevron
just
Drive?
Chevron. No, just Chevron. Like
Chevron will have, there's pride in this country.
Oh.
They call that whole place, that's like Chevron Drive.
Yeah, but it's a very beautiful space. Have you been to Chevron? I'm just asking now, we on the island now, so like we own the island.
I'm very great.
We on the island.
Thank you guys for listening, brothers and sisters. It was really nice. It was a great episode. Share with your friends, like, subscribe.
Sabina, you will show you
King of
how
Jackpot
friends
out.
are.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
Zero. Bye, guys.